I told you he's gonna do it. Got a set of 799s that we're gonna home port. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out. Got my little station set up, just need to move some lights around, and we will be ready to get to it. But first, gotta get these things cleaned up, because they are a little grimy. Now, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. A little bit of, not a whole lot. That's not good. Interesting. All right, so I've got everything that I need to start home porting these cylinder heads. We're gonna convert this little space into my porting spot, I guess you could say. We got my little home porting booth set up. Me and Sadie, we got her set up and ready to go. We're gonna start this up. I gotta hide my wires, but it'll be all right. We're gonna start this. I'm gonna work on one exhaust port at a time. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go slow, and I'm gonna do it right and try not to mess anything up. Well, we're getting started. We're doing a gasket match on this port right here. As you can see, I'm pretty close to where I want it so far. Intake port, we're gonna open the bowl. We're gonna open it to about a 90% bowl cut. Maybe I might go a little bit less because I haven't done that yet. Down here, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna use a 1.33 inch valve, which should be like an 86 or 85.5% bowl cut. We're gonna reduce the amount of material around the valve guide, and we're gonna eliminate a majority of the material around the swirl ramp. Get that knocked out. We're not gonna go crazy with it. We're just gonna knock it down a little bit and clean it up. We're not gonna touch the walls because there's water beside those, but we're gonna clean this up a little bit, get it a little bit more open, and go from there. I have to make a template for my exhaust valve with my vent exhaust valve. My intake valve is going to be a little different story because, as you know, the 243 799s have a 2-inch valve and the 862s have a 1.89 inch valve. So I can't use my intake valves from the 862s that are on the truck, but I can use the 1.55 inch exhaust valve for the bent valve that I've got. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get started on this head and see how we do. All right, so I know you see a bunch of gasket material because they use them graphite gaskets. We're gonna go back with the multi-layer steel from BTR because they're local. I don't like this type of gasket or this type of head gasket, but I'll remove this stuff later. For my burr, I'm using a double cut. I think this is the egg shape. Let's see, is the flash on? No. Double cut burr, egg shape for what I'm doing here, and we'll switch over to this type to get in to the valve guides a little bit later. But other than that, that's the only two that we're using right now. Sounds like I got a couple pieces of aluminum in my burr bit, so I'm just gonna take my little pick and pick that piece out right there. Might put a little lubrication on it. There it goes. And there's a couple more pieces. And there it goes. All right, a little progress check. As you see right here is the gasket that we're trying to go to. So I'm almost to where I'm supposed to be. Need to clean this up, make it a little bit more smooth. Almost to that scribe mark right there. Don't want to go any bigger than that because that's as big as the exhaust gasket is. And then we're getting close to it right here. Still got a little bit of material to take off, quite a bit right there. The only thing that I'm doing to the floor is cleaning it up just a little bit, barely touching it. But as you can see, I'm trying to work on eliminating this casting line right here on both sides. You can see it on an untouched side right there, on down. Now moving on to the intake side. So first thing I'm gonna do is the fuel ramp right here. It's a little lip where the injector sprays down. You can see where the fuel has been injected in to the port. I'm gonna smooth this out, and then I'm gonna take out that big bump there. That is the rocker arm bolt boss. Take that out, and you will expose the threads, but a little bit of sealant and thread tape and it'll be fine. And then we're gonna clean up these walls just a little bit. We're not gonna go crazy. We're just gonna clean them up. Get rid of this machine line right here. That line right there. Get rid of that. And then just clean them up a little bit. Almost got her. Got a little bit more smoothing right there, but it doesn't take much to knock these little ramps right here out. As you can see, it's almost completely gone. Update. We are coming along really good. This is an exhaust port. Not quite finished just yet. It doesn't look like, but we're moving in. Yeah, I've nicked the valve guide a time or two, but I'm not too concerned about that. All right, so I am working on the intake side bowl cut right here. There is a lip. Very bad lip right there. If you are successful, your lip, this is still a work in progress, will be smooth. As you can see, my swirl ramp is almost gone. It's looking better. Got to go in and clean it up just a little bit. So it's been a couple days and I have made this template. This is a 1.75 inch quote unquote valve. This works just fine. It is 87.8% of a 2-inch valve. So that brings us to roughly an 87% throat cut currently. Just a hair over. Looking good. Got my exhaust template actually made. 1.33, close enough. All right, I figured I'd stop in for another update real quick. We've made some really good progress. This was earlier today. Kind of ugly in my opinion. Getting there. And then this is current. A lot better. Current. Also a lot better. And then this is another one, needs a little bit of work, but looking really good. This is a burr finish too, by the way, with the double cut and a drill. My template here is 1.75 inch of a valve, a 2-inch valve. See, there's the bowl, there's the throat. Same thing here. Looks really not bad. Still working on removing some of this material. The width of the intake runner currently is 1.94, like 4. I can go up to about a 1.13, I think is what I'm gonna call it comfortable, or call it done. But I gotta clean it all up, make it straight right here and even all the way through. On this head, we still have a lot of work to do. But we're getting there. The exhaust ports, they just need to be sanded. Here to call this video done. It's been a month in the making. I've got about 14, maybe 15 hours in these heads. And I'm waiting on tools. And after I get those tools in, I pretty much need a valve job. That way I can go ahead and blend that into the throat or whatever. And we'll be done. I have learned a tremendous amount in the past month. I've asked a lot of questions, watched a lot of videos, a whole lot of videos, and it's just, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it. Looking back earlier in this video, it's kind of like, dang. And now it's, I don't know hardly anything, but I know a lot more than I did a month ago. But these heads, they are turning out really good, and I'm really pleased with how they're coming. But thank you for watching. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you.